We're going to go over how to reduce square roots on the TI-30XS calculator. So to start, we're just going to do some reminders about if you're trying to reduce by hand instead of using the calculator. Remember that you have to determine what perfect square you can multiply by a number in order to reach that number that's under the square root. Remember, our perfect squares are when we take a number, multiply it by itself. So for example, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16, and so on. So there's a few of the perfect squares listed there. So by doing it on the calculator is what we're going to do next. So we have the square root of 128. So if I go to the calculator, I'm going to hit the green second button and then the x squared button, and that gives me the square root. And then I'm going to type in 128, hit enter, and it tells me that it's 8 square root of 2. So that's the reduced version of the square root of 128. Remember, if the question asks you for it as a decimal, just use the toggle button to get it to decimal form. But we're just reducing it, so we're going to leave it as 8 square root of 2. So square root of 20. So again, we're going to hit the green second button, then the x squared button, 20, enter, and we get 2 square root 5. Next, we have the square root of 96. So again, the second button, then x squared, 96, enter, and we get 4 square root of 6. Square root of 150. So again, on the calculator, second, then the x squared, 150, enter, 5 root 6. Square root of 343. So again, second, x squared, 343, enter, 7 root 7. And finally, the square root of 324. So square root 324, enter, we get 18. So that means that 18 times 18 is 324. That's one of our perfect squares. So sometimes you can end up where if you don't know your perfect squares, when you type it on the calculator, you'll just get that integer. Other times, if you type it in and it gives you back the same square root, when you hit enter, that means that that square root cannot be reduced. So remember, your steps again are to hit the second button, then the x squared button, then type in your number and hit the enter button in order to reduce that square root.